Hey there guys, this is TheRamosOnline here, and what you're looking at now is battle 1 of 3 against a fan called Luna. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with my my Morwell and Aromatisse, Setsuna and Frace. Now, I know some of you are getting tired of seeing the Trick Room team, but it really is the most solid doubles team I have that does not involve a Mega Kangaskhan, Salamence and Featherthorn. So, you know, bear with it. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve on the first turn, and I really was not expecting that much damage. I got the Intimidate off, so I wasn't sure if these Pokemon wanted to switch out or just try and get off as much damage as possible. Turns out they're going to stay in and go for as much damage as possible. Now, my Morwell is going to survive the Earthquake because of the Intimidate and the spread damage, and she's actually going to avoid a Rock Slide, which I think did end up helping out a lot. Gonna get some my Citrus recovery because my leftovers holder is now my Diancie. So I'm gonna go ahead for a Play Rough, and this Dragonite clearly does not have multi-scale, so it is an Inner Focus. It's an Inner Focus Dragonite, which is very good because it means it can't be what's the word? It can't be flinched, which means it is a good counter to things that like to flinch. Dragonite's going to protect the next turn, and I believe Mamoswine is as well, to try and burn my first turn of Trick Room. A very viable strategy. You're going to want to burn as many turns of Trick Room as possible, because Trick Room always goes up last on the turn it's used. So, you know, if you can burn it out, then you can ensure that the Pokemon setting it will be moving last eventually. Going for the Ice Shard on my Morwell and trying to get the double protect on Dragonite. Unfortunately, Dragonite is not going to be able to protect itself from this Moonblast, and Dragonite is, of course, going to faint to that super effective Moonblast. And the Mamoswine is also going to faint its turn to an Iron Head. This was actually a very bad move from me, because it means I will now be dealing with the next 2 Pokemon at the same time with 2 weakened Pokemon, which basically ensures that these 2 Pokemon are going to be going down pretty quickly. It ends up being Hydreigon and Charizard, who I am suspecting to be a Charizard Y. Big issue for me, if I brought out one of these Pokemon in the previous turn rather than both of them, I probably could have dealt with them just fine. Gonna go and waste another turn of Trick Room with the double protect there. Very viable in doubles to have protect on as many Pokemon as possible to try and get some mind games going. Now she's gonna make it evolve the Charizard now, just to make sure she didn't waste any turns of Trick Room. Any turns of Drought rather, and yeah, I know this thing's going to kill both my Pokemon, so I can only try and go for a Sucker Punch. I did go for the Heal Pulse on the previous turn, hoping that maybe Morwell would avoid the Heat Wave. If Morwell was at almost full, then I was pretty sure I could have this battle wrapped up safely. The Moonblast is not going to OHKO the Hydreigon despite the times 4 damage because of that Roselli Berry, and a Flash Cannon is going to deal some big damage to my Aromatisse, and unfortunately no one gets the Avoid. So I am losing both my Pokemon to a Heat Wave. Fortunately, I did severely damage the Charizard and Hydreigon, so I am carrying a Pokemon in the back that can hit both of these on the same turn. So as long as my Nidoqueen can stay alive, I pretty much have this battle sealed. Nidoqueen still has no nickname, so if any of you guys want to suggest a nickname for my Nidoqueen, I would very much appreciate it. Now Luna's going to go for the double protect again, maybe to scout out my Sludge Wave. As I do go for the Sludge Wave, because I knew the Diancie would take damage from it, but it wouldn't be super effective damage, and I thought it would be diluted because it would be hitting 3 targets. But no, so really I could have set up another Trick Room here. That was a very risky move from Luna. Very easily could have set up another Trick Room there. I almost did as well, but I thought no, Diancie's probably going to die this turn to a Flash Cannon. So Charizard's going to go for the Solar Beam, which isn't going to take out Diancie, but this Flash Cannon double target will. So poor Diancie is going to go down here. This does mean that my Sludge Wave will only be diluted against 2 Pokemon, which is actually going to be enough to finish off the Hydreigon and the Charizard. Very fun battle. I guess it got quite intense towards the end there, and I will try and upload the other 2 parts of the 3 battles in the near future, maybe in a couple of hours or something, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode video. This isn't my Wonderlock. Why? No, next episode, next video, yeah. That's it. If you like, remember to thumbs up. Yay.